Just a little while ago, I decided to go without my phone for an entire day. It is about 1:30, a little after 1:30 in the morning, and I decided to start doing that at midnight. The only internet I've used since then was to listen to a bunch of Animal Collective while drinking. I'm pretty drunk right now. If you don't believe me, just watch this footage right here. There you go. So, yeah, I'm gonna see how it feels to go without my phone, without internet in general for an entire day. 24 hours with no phone or internet. And I just wanna see how it feels. I wanna see how it affects me. I feel like I'm too addicted to my phone. I'm too addicted to all this shit. I constantly check the very small view count that these videos have, and you know, I gotta kind of do a hard disconnect from it. So let's see how this feels. All right, I just woke up. Normally I take my phone to the bathroom right when I wake up, have my coffee and all that, but we don't have a phone today. I was drunk enough to decide to do this stupid shit. Now I'm realizing how much I use my phone, how much I need it, but I feel like this will be good for me to not use it at all for a whole day. No internet, nothing. Luckily, I got this bad boy right here, so we're gonna be doing probably a lot of gaming today, probably a lot of reading, writing. I'm gonna do like a bunch of stuff that I've been wanting to do that I just haven't because of how much I waste my time on my phone. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. All right, that went by a lot faster than it normally does. Normally I'm in the bathroom for too long. So there's just a couple rules for this. There's no phone, no internet, but I can still game from anything from PS2 and before. So there's gonna be a lot of probably retro gaming. Like I said, I'm gonna probably just do a lot of reading and maybe write some stuff. I can do anything that doesn't involve the phone or the online world. I mean, I don't have my contacts in today. That's how disconnected I want to be from everything. So we're going, you know, we're going all out with this shit right now. And I don't know, this will just be fun. I got nothing going on today. I don't think anybody's gonna need anything from me. Normally, you know, it's a risk putting my phone in airplane mode or not using my phone. I literally need my phone for work. I could be getting bookings right now. I could be having someone reach out to me trying to like book me for something, and that could just be gone right now. I doubt that that's gonna happen, and I doubt anything like that drastic is gonna be necessary for me to there's not gonna be anyone who's gonna need me that quick within the day. So unless some emergency happens. That's the one thing too, is I worry about what if there's an emergency or something, but what the likelihood of that happening is not very close to none. So I don't really, I'm a little hungover right now, so I'm gonna be all, probably like half baked, literally and figuratively all day. I'm gonna be fully baked. I'm not gonna be happy. I'm gonna be smoking a lot of weed today. There's gonna be a lot of just figuring out, I think what I wanna do with this, the main thing I want to get out of this specifically is what can I do outside of those things? You know, what can I do to pass the time? What activities should I have fun with, or try to have, you know, what should I try to do is all. So that's gonna be, it's gonna be interesting finding, you know, figuring out what I should do. I obviously don't want to take I don't want to take the nice 4K camera. I don't want to take this camera anywhere. This camera's too nice. We're gonna go back a little further too, to you know, to the days of using this kind of camera. And a lot of it's going to be, I guess I'm gonna shoot a lot of this on here. So I guess we'll just make that jump now. Look at that. Fisheye effect is always fun. Come on, you got it. You can do it. Get up on the couch. There you go. There you go, baby boy. Pretty good so far. I'm not gonna read the whole thing in one sitting, I don't think. I want to do some other stuff, but I'm gonna read throughout the day. Maybe I'll finish it. Maybe I won't. There's no pressure with these things. Without my phone, there are a couple things that I have to do differently. Like I have a package coming in the mail. I have no idea when that's gonna come. Normally I can track it, but Now we can't. I have to deposit a check at an actual ATM as well instead of using my phone to just do it on the app. So yeah, we're gonna have to go out of. I'm gonna have to go out of my way for a couple of things today. I just wrote a whole scene breakdown here for a script that I want to write. I was just eating some cereal. There's a lot of productivity happening. I'm realizing as much as I'm really wanting to check my phone and see if anybody's trying to get in touch with me, I feel like I'm one of those people that maybe shouldn't have a phone at all. Or at least maybe not a smartphone. Maybe I don't need an iPhone or whatever. Like, I don't want to... The problem is it's too easy to get so many things done. Like, it's absolutely necessary. Like, we can't live in a society... Like, I think having to have it is what really frustrates me and maybe a lot of other people, is the fact that I feel like I don't have a choice in having it, and how it's the world is moving in that direction, whether you are going to keep up with it or not. And you kind of have to if you want to save yourself some time and headaches, and it's not worth not having it. So, but I might start doing this every once in a while, where I just literally put my phone in airplane mode. I know they have that. I'm recording, by the way, right? I know they have that do not disturb setting, so I might start using that more or whatever, you know. But yeah, this is making me realize how much time I fucking waste on that thing. Oh, it keeps going. Sick. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. You dead? Done, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's my win. Yeah. I just realized that I can't write my script, though. I can't. I wanted to maybe do a little bit of writing on the computer, but the computer has internet. I can't use it. I can't risk like seeing a text on there because it's all linked to my Apple ID and shit. So it will, like, I'll see all of that shit. So I actually can't. I can't use any of this stuff, and it's kind of crazy. Just unplugging my phone here so it's not sitting on the charger. Fuck. Okay. It's not even a whole day. The funny thing about this is literally maybe only like 12 hours, a little over 12 hours, because of how much I slept. As far as starting from midnight yesterday/today. You know, I passed out around like, I don't know, 1 or 1:30. So it's really not that many. We're talking. I'll be able to use my phone right when midnight hits, or a little after midnight. I might just push it till afterwards, but it will be a full day, 24 hours of at least no phone, no internet, outside of the little bit of music I was listening to last night. So yeah, it's funny. It's only maybe 12 or 15 hours, but it feels like a lot. It feels like every hour. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting anxious about the fact that what if someone does need me to, or if there's some important information that someone needs from me, like right now, and I can't do that. It's not choosing, like, I guess a random day instead of like working around this, or at least not, like, I haven't let anybody know that I'm doing this, so they're gonna think I'm just ignoring them. I haven't, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to not give myself a choice of when to do it, or you know, not overplan it. You don't want to overplan these things either. So, yeah, I don't know if, like, I doubt, nothing too bad is going to happen from that standpoint, but I'm just thinking, like, about how outside of all of that I am now, and that feels weird is all. You feel like completely like separate from people suddenly without a phone. Just not being, it's not even not checking social media, not being able to get calls or texts or anything. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know. I'm wondering how I'm going to feel. This is only a few hours into the day. I'm wondering how I'm going to feel like at 10 o'clock tonight or way later. I'm wondering if I'm going to, obviously I feel like a lot of like the books and the retro gaming is going to have to eat up the time today, because there's nothing else. And I could play some music, but I play so much fucking music, maybe not. I'm realizing I have to find shit to do. I'm going out to deposit my check now. I'm forgetting how I'm like a little hungover too doing all this. It's bright out and shit. I'm realizing how something's 100% fucking missing without my phone. I'm thinking about my safety right now. I can't really call 911 or do anything. Like, if something happens on the road or anything, like right now, I'm actually legitimately like concerned if I would need my phone or not. It's a quick fucking stop to the ATM. It's Friday, so I have to get it in there today, or else I won't see the money till till sometime next week. So I have to like try to just see if I want to be able to access that sooner rather than later. So having to go out of my way to do this instead of just being able to do it on the phone, it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. I know what's funny is I used to do it like this. I used to be like, oh, at least it gives me a reason to get out of the house. And now I used to always take, because it felt weird just throwing away checks after scanning it on the phone or whatever. And now I'm like, I never want to do this again. I only want to use the phone now for that, because this is such an unnecessary trip right now. But whatever. Dude is seeing me film myself. I never do this, and it's so much more conspicuous with this fucking thing, isn't it? I promise I don't do this. We are so conditioned. Holy shit, the fucking Cybertruck. Oh my god, these trucks look so ugly, the Cybertruck. Fucking bullshit. Tesla. Such a bullshit car, in my opinion. Truck. I don't know what the fuck it is. But we are, why did I start recording? We are so conditioned to our phones, and it's such a part of our day-to-day life and our daily routine at this point that I feel like some invisible limb has been severed from me. I feel like a part of my body has been literally like severed, like completely severed, and like some part of me is just gone right now. I don't know why it feels that way, but are the phones such a defining part of our personalities as well at this point? Am I just I'm not only thinking about how much I use it and how constantly throughout the day I use this shit, but I'm I don't know, I'm thinking of I'm mainly thinking about how much I use it without even realizing it. So obviously that was what I figured was going to happen, was this huge shift, or this huge like, oh god, something's off suddenly. But I haven't felt like this since many years ago. I've had a phone since high school, and I've had smartphones since high school. So it's been like maybe 20 years since I've gone without one. Almost 20 years since I've not had one in my pocket at all times, every day throughout, 24/7. So this is just so weird. I feel like a different person suddenly. And I feel like at the same time, like any relationships that I have with people online or anything like that, it doesn't exist suddenly. And that's, I don't know, there's like mixed feelings with that. It's like crazy how much we actually do socialize on there, or how much we do use social media for that, keeping in touch with other people. And now that's like, that not being an option is just gone. It's so weird. Even if I did just have a phone that wasn't a smartphone, only being able to only being able to call people basically, and if I wanted to text, it would just take too long. I love my phone. I'm doing this just to see how it feels as an experiment, just to because most people can't do that. I'm one of the few people that I know that can do this for, I'm able to do this and not worry about like it affecting my job or anything like that. But obviously most people, like 90% of the United States, like a big portion of the United States, like people can't do anything without their phones when it comes to running a business or whatever their job requires, So, yeah, it's just weird how much we rely on this shit, and that I feel naked right now. I feel like very fucking like something's gone, and it's just fucking weird. It's so weird that a fucking device can do that. So, we made it to the ATM. Not having music playing is making me realize that I can hear all of the concerning noises of my car a lot more easily. So I'm like wondering where my car is at suddenly. Let's deposit this check. Normally I'll grab food. I'm like hungry right now, but I'm so concerned with being out out of the house without my phone. I don't know if I feel safe, like, being out. That's a little ridiculous, I suppose, but I also just don't feel like, I gotta bring this camera back. I can't just leave it in the car and get hot while I'm inside or something. So even if I do that, I have to like go back out without the camera, but I don't really want to. I want this to just be my phone for the day, so to speak. Because this is what this is kind of, I don't know, this is what we're doing today. All right, I'm all good. I made it back. Even just a short trip in Florida, you never know what could happen with the way people drive. So I was just thinking, the worst case scenario, I end up in a little fucking fender bender or something happens to the car, and I was thinking how awful it would have been to walk back in the heat with pajama pants and sandals on. Like, that was just like, I think what was going on through my head too. I was 2 seconds away from stopping by somewhere for food, but I was just not. I literally couldn't even. I couldn't even risk the the possibility of that happening and dealing with that bullshit. So I just decided to come back, and I'll just eat something that there's gotta be something in the fridge, whatever that may be. We just gotta kill time, it looks like. I just speed ran my shower. I didn't brush my hair. I didn't do any of that because I realized I had to come back here and be near my phone from a safety standpoint. I'm realizing how much I need my phone just when it comes to safety. If something happens to me right now, if I have a stroke, I'm sure my health is fine for the most part, but like, shit happens, you know what I mean? Like, people die at 32 of all sorts of things that they're not aware of, you know? I rushed back here almost as an instinct of like, well, if something does happen, I need to be near my phone just in case something does, you know, and it's there just if there is an emergency. So I'm kind of trapped here now, just in case I need to use the phone for whatever reason. Not trapped, but I just for this going for this to be the least stressful video, to make it you know, to make my anxiety go down too. You know, like I don't want to fuck around and find out what happens if I don't have my phone and some shit goes down. So that's where I'm at right now. Shit. I still have like 10 hours to go. It's only 2 p.m. We have to go till midnight.
Okay.
I was in the middle of reading, and my dad just got here. What's going on, man? What do you think of this? Calm down, bud. Calm down. It's okay. It's okay, bud. Come on. Calm down. I'm going without my phone till midnight. When I started not using it last night, I just kind of was like listening to music a little bit, and then I decided what should I don't know. I just decided like how would it feel not to use the phone at all.
Let's do your TV thing.
Sure.
Because I don't think I could go a day without mine. It's too important for business. And see, I already have things I have to respond to, and the problem is there's so many things that our phones are used for. You know, we're texting, we're calling, we're getting email. So it's your main communication channel, and all the apps that tell you, like for you might have lost out on a gig for all you know.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like they're very useful devices, and obviously today we'll show you, and we'll see what the price is at the end of your experiment.
Yeah.
In terms of your psychological health and maybe your economic health.
We'll find out. I was
That's something I would want to do.
I was 2 seconds away from calling quits on it and just grabbing my phone, and he pointed out that it's only like a little over 8 hours left, so it's not too bad. We're gonna go and we're gonna do something, and that's gonna kill some time, but I will check back in later. I thought we were just measuring today, but we ended up snagging this. So of course, in the one day where I gotta wait till midnight to fucking use it. So
that was the kind I wanted too. I was gonna take it even though it's a little rag.
The only internet that I've been using kind of is just testing out the TV, but my dad has actually been testing out everything.
Yeah, I gotta make sure it's working properly, and give him some GTA torture.
But technically, I haven't actually used the internet still. We tested out Marvel Rivals, but he played it. So he's interacting with it. I'm just sitting here looking at the TV. So that's the most
device interaction that I've had or anything. That's about it. I'm not saying this is
How's that feeling for you?
It's not great. It's not great. You feel, I definitely feeling.
Just with the time I've been with you, you've had multiple moments of fear and panic.
I've just been.
Especially in the store when you thought you could possibly get lost.
We're so conditioned. I'm just so conditioned to using these things. I want to text my friends right now. I'm worried that I'm concerned that they might think that I'm like that something happened to me. I'm just because people are so used to me being like immediately responding or like I send memes to people that if I don't do that, I don't want people to think like something bad happened. That's the only thing I'm concerned about right now. But I look at it as I still have not really used the internet at all day.
Well, you haven't. I have.
Yeah, I mean, watching.
Does that mean you can't be in a room with somebody that's using the internet?
Yeah, I guess not. I don't know. So obviously there's I'm bending the rules a little bit, but I just want to make a point that I'm still not really interacting with anything. I haven't even done a Google search or whatever you want to call it, but
No, you haven't.
I'm just trying to keep things honest here, or trying to commit to this as much as I
We're here
can.
to support you, man.
Hell yeah.
Help you get through this difficult time.
This has been a very interesting day so far. I hung out with my dad for the last few hours, and we did get this. I just got this new TV, so I definitely wanted to mess with it still. I didn't play anything online. I have not even done anything remotely online when it comes to really using the internet the way we all picture using it, at least. I don't know if I consider. I was still considering, I still categorized, playing an online game in that, but again, we were just kind of testing the waters, seeing how the TV looked. So he played everything, and he was doing a lot of that shit. I've been kind of still consider myself having been fully disconnected from any sort of device today or in general, and it's 8:30. We only have 3.5 hours to go, so 3.5 hours. I guess it's going to be maybe some drinking, some music, like playing music, and I don't know, maybe just cleaning up around here. I still don't want to watch anything, I'm not trying to, I still am trying to stay on that no TV, no music. The reason why I'm bringing that up, though, or why I consider that a part of this challenge or whatever you want to call it, is because I consider those devices. I think today I wanted to do a clean break from devices in general. Anything sort of technological, as with the exception of video games maybe, or certain era of video games and certain things. But either way, I still haven't touched my phone all day. Haven't used my phone fucking once. I didn't actually show this earlier, but this is where my phone was. I can actually use this light. Sweet. This is where my phone was at the start of the day, and I didn't show that. That's my watch right there. I haven't used either of them. They've been sitting there all day, so I still haven't used anything like that. Oof, intense. It's an intense light. I haven't used any device other than literally testing out a couple of things on the TV. And again, my dad was doing a lot of it to try to justify me not doing it myself and still kind of falling in line with the rules that I've established here. So either way, this is just an experiment, and this doesn't matter. There's no rule. There aren't any rules for this shit. This is just for a stupid YouTube video, and I'm trying to commit to it and keep that principle of separating from devices from a standpoint of how is this going to affect me today, or how am I going to feel once midnight hits? How am I going to feel about my phone, and how am I going to, am I not going to take these things so seriously, or am I going to be able to have a healthy, I'm doing this to have a healthier relationship with these things and have a healthier relationship with the devices that I have no choice in using in the way the world is now. Because that's maybe why I get very resentful with these things, is that I don't have a choice on using it or not. I have to use all these devices because it's too convenient to use them. So I think that's what I've been trying to do with all this, is just a healthy separation from them to see how I feel about them, do some sort of factory reset on my brain with that, so to speak. So yeah, I still consider this is still I'm doing a no phone, nothing, that little bit of, I've literally only been. And yes, we had the TV on a little bit just now, but I was literally hanging out and talking to my dad for the last 3 hours or something like that. We've just been hanging out and chatting and shooting the shit. and that just happened to be on in the background, and I wasn't really, you know, like it's there wasn't much of an interaction with there. He kept like making sure that he was playing as well, and kept making sure that. And I'm still, you know, especially late at night at this time, 8:30 at night. Like this is where I'm literally like at my like peak desire of hanging out and getting stoned and some TV time, some phone time. This is the time to do it, right? At the end of the day. So right now, especially, I think the next few hours are going to be not the hardest, but they're going to be the most. I'm going to feel it the most right now. The lack of devices. So let's see how it goes for the next 3 hours. I know I was just filming a second ago, but I just started organizing some stuff, and I just wanted to say like or talk about how therapeutic organizing a place or any sort of space is. I love organizing stuff, and I love, you know, I love. Just making things look nice. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I think I'm gonna end up just taking at least like a half hour doing this alone. I mean, I'm just like, I'm wanting to like engage with all these devices right now, all this shit. I'm wanting to like do all sorts of shit right now, and I am shutting that down. I'm like just telling myself not to, just, I don't know, just because it's interesting to. I want to have like an appreciation for these things again. I want to feel like they're just not always there. Will I be able to find a way to entertain myself without these things in my own imagination? Will I be able to, you know, and the answer is yes. Like, I guess we're all able to adapt if we have to, but I'm like chronically on YouTube, I don't ever stop using devices, which is why I needed to do this. I needed to really detach for just a little bit and just, it's like crazy. I'm not listening to any music. I'm not doing, you know, I already kind of like, I guess you could say like, oh, cheated or broke my rule of not doing anything just a little bit ago. But like I said, I was really just focused on talking to my dad that whole time and letting him play and watching him play. So I literally wasn't even touching anything or barely using anything regardless, or barely interacting with it. So doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't matter as far as all of that shit. So yeah, I just had to say something. You have no idea how tempted I am to just say fuck this shit and go for it and use all of this stuff. But I want to know that I can do it. I want to know that I can go the whole 12 hours without a phone or a device or anything, you know. All right, it's 8:45 now, so about 3 hours 15 minutes. I keep stopping the footage just to come back and say more shit, but the one thing I do want to say before I forget and keep drinking and inevitably forget some of these things. I did want to mention this. It's funny how it feels like I'm just living in the 90s today, and I'm you know, just feeling the. I'm feeling like people not being able to reach me, which is really interesting, actually. That I kind of do like not hearing the text message. I haven't had a single vibration on my wrist, on my watch. You know, I haven't had a single, like, I keep my phone on silent, and I wear my watch that I still know if people are calling or texting me, because I just hate hearing the chime, the ringtones over and over again. But it's interesting not hearing that at all day. I haven't heard a single notification message or ring or ding or anything. You know, I haven't heard any sort of chime at all day, and that's kind of amazing. That's where I'm really feeling the airplane mode is on, and that like literally like it doesn't exist. The phone doesn't exist all day today. So it's just really it's just funny how that is kind of a nice release from that, or a relief from people not being up your fucking ass. You know, not that like that's a problem. A lot of that's like, you know, maybe work related or stuff that's important. But I mean, a lot of times people just text each other just to text, and there's not really any, you know, there's no purpose to it a lot of the times. And it's kind of nice, like, not feeling like I have to like respond to anybody, or not feeling like I have to be aware of who's getting in touch with me or who's messaging me. So the kind of the separation of that is kind of nice in some ways. It's a vibe. It's a vibe for sure. Just drinking, smoking, music, man. I could always go without the fucking internet, as long as I got something to do. The internet just makes it easier to do stuff with other people. I fucking love hanging out with other people. I love socializing and shit. Even when I am being antisocial, I feel like I'm still on my phone, seeing what other people are doing. Seeing what life has to offer in the outside world. Feels like we can experience each other's lives in real time with Instagram story posts and all sorts of shit. It's fucking weird. But super cool in a lot of ways too. It's just a little like, you know, people have all this shit out in the world and they wonder why they got like fucking stalkers. Like I've had to deal with people like just being weird with me, or sending like either sending me death threats with barely knowing me, or like sending me, you know, sending information knowing like just personal shit about my life or something. I don't know. It's just like that shit's so creepy to me. So maybe disconnecting from it is a nice, like, oh, like there's no way anybody can fucking bother me or whatever, you know? Not being my shit so much. It's kind of nice. If you're a private person, definitely, you're definitely not going to be a fan of devices. It sounds like very nice, like movie. I love making music that sounds like it could be in a movie or a TV show. That definitely sounds like it could be some mystical something. It sounds like it could be some like in a drama where like things are kind of like the plot thickens. That's what that feels like to me. Is the plot thickens. It literally sounds like music from a Law and Order show back in the 90s, like the cop show. They just like that's literally the scene is this, right? Like the cop was working on the case, like the detective or the cop was working on the case the entire episode, and at the very end they realized it was all for nothing and it was a big fail. And the person that they were chasing got away. The person they were trying to protect, they became a victim and they ended up dying. So they end up having a fucking, you know, they end up having that casualty on their hands. And this is him on his way to the bar drinking, and us understanding, oh, this is why he drinks. His job's very hard. And being a cop is very hard. Ooh, that sounds nice going to the sea there, actually. That was an accident, but that sounded cool. All of this is evidence that having hobbies is very important. Like, if I didn't have this to do, this wouldn't be possible. If I wasn't an artist drawing or doing something with this time, this video would not be possible. Like, I wouldn't have anything to do. Unless I had money and I was able to, like, literally, like, travel and, oh, I have to wait in the airport and not use my phone. That would suck, actually. That's, like, the one time I would never want to do that, but I think I did that knowing I'm gonna have other stuff to do. I have all sorts of fucking shit that I like to do. That, you know, it's not just the phone. It's just easiest and most accessible and readily available to find some short form entertainment. Not gonna lie, not looking at brain rot all day, not looking at memes all day. This has been kind of amazing, and it's just reminding me like I gotta like completely separate from that shit a lot more often. Or I gotta like just not use it so much out of boredom. I'm realizing that I've used this stuff out of boredom, but if I have other things to take up that time or other activities to kill that boredom with, Exhibit A, it's fine, you know, it's not a big deal. So that's just what I'm realizing right now. I love music, how music feels like colors in a lot of ways, and what makes music more interesting is the different shades of colors. There's purple, but then there's violet, there's indigo, there's all sorts of different types of purple, and that's where music is just interesting. It's like a regular G chord. It's fine, there's nothing wrong with blue. But what if we want to play something that's a little more aqua? You know? Or navy blue. That's how those chords feel to me. That feels like literally like blue, aqua, navy blue. You know, fucking, that's how I look at music in a lot of ways, is like almost like Kramer, that bit when he's like in LA talking to other actors and shit, and he's just like, yeah, I memorize lines by colors. But in a weird way, sometimes I look at music like that, or not even music, like as colors, just like the textures. We want textures with music because it just makes it more interesting. And I love when we can add all we want to those types of things, you know, those layers. We want those layers out of it, right? So we're doing some weird, like, I don't know, G minor 6 thing. isn't sounding right though. We gotta fix that. But I like where this is going so far. Oh my god. That's cool. You hold this chord out too. And just like that, now we're past already 9:45. Damn, I've been filming for that. Have I really been filming for that long? 9:45. We got like 2 hours left. I guess I'm just gonna be playing a shitload of music. Yeah, I mean, I get why you probably shouldn't play with a pick. It just kind of sounds like, it can sound like a little too much like a guitar. It sounds like it just, I don't know, kind of takes away the, I don't know, I'm playing this bass like a guitar player would too. So it's like, I don't know, it's different obviously if I'm playing with a band, like I'd be able to play a little more minimally, but just because it's just me right now, of course I want to overplay. Damn, the bass is so addictive. I could play this all fucking day. There's a lot of weight on my fucking left shoulder, and I already put so much weight on it is all. We're almost like we're 23 minutes to 11. Damn, I thought we were a lot closer to 11 o'clock. I was about to say it's the last hour. It's only 10:37. Alright, we gotta stop recording because the battery's really gonna die now soon. We have an hour left, not even 55 minutes left or so. I'm going off of my analog, the one clock I have that's like not my phone, not my computer. But it says 11:05. Obviously it's midnight, a little after midnight or before, it doesn't matter. I've basically gone the whole day without using my phone. From midnight yesterday, or today, whatever you want to call it, I have not used my phone once. I was using the TV just a little bit, because it's new, why not? Fuck it, the YouTube video is not worth not having those memories with my dad, you know, so fuck that. And I gotta say, it feels fucking awesome. It just feels
great to not like feel like I have to be obligated to respond to people or get back to them immediately if they are trying to message me right now. It feels great realizing that I have other stuff to do. I have other stuff to do that's not feeling like I'm wasting my time on the phone. You know, that's not, it doesn't feel like that's time wasted. You know, anytime I'm on my phone, or mainly on social media, obviously, and even YouTube and stuff, it's a big waste of fucking time. It's fun and it's entertaining in a lot of ways, and it's funny and it's great to like interact with people and all that shit. But holy fuck, this is just reminding me of how much I flourish in my own like isolation and how much I love to be kind of just a lone wolf in a lot of ways when it comes to my own personal productivity and my own approach to just being productive and trying to have that self-discipline for these things, right? So that's really what I've learned from all of this. I guess this is what we're gonna do for the last hour. Why not? We're gonna do some more music. Fuck it. Garbage! Garbage! Oh, she failed. Even flow around like butterflies. Fuck. Should I be playing Skate 3? I'm officially at 11:37. Right now it feels like I'm just like doing my thing at a gig, playing a set, and we just have to make it to midnight at this point. I just gotta keep playing Guitar Hero till we make it to midnight. We fucking got this. As long as there's something to do, something to kill time with, or something to occupy our brains. We don't need the phones, we don't need any of the shit. And when I mean we don't need the phones, obviously we need phones. We don't need them for all of our sources of entertainment. That's all I mean. We are literally 5 minutes away from it being midnight and I can start using my phone again. I've learned a lot on this journey, with my spiritual journey and enlightenment. No, I I've realized how much time I fucking spend on that and how much screen time I have on there on my phone. And the one thing I'm going to use my phone for the only thing that I'm going to use it for before we hit midnight here is to make sure that the time is correct, because all of my clocks are kind of, some are fast, some are slow. I don't know what time it is, actually. 11:56. Holy shit, that's the first time I've looked at my phone all day. It feels weird. 11:56. Well, I can kill some time on camera here. Oh God. First off, my neck is kind of feeling weird from just playing a lot of music and kind of being hunched over and just doing a lot today. I feel like I did a lot today in a good way. It feels like it was a really productive day, honestly. I feel like I got a lot of stuff done that I wanted to get done, except for finishing this book. But that's okay. There's no race with that shit. This is something that maybe, I don't know. I think everybody should do this more, like just a day where everybody like blacks out their phone. Like everybody, like every single person in the world. If there was like a day of the week or like a one time a year where we all literally just like turn our phones off, you know, except for, or maybe not phones off, but just only in literally an emergency situation, people just don't use them. I don't think that could ever happen. People are so addicted to these fucking things at this point. And I get it. I'm addicted. I'm like literally waiting to fucking turn it on so I can check my texts, check like what the fuck has been going on all day. What the fuck did I miss all day? Probably nothing. I'm thinking as soon as I turn it off airplane mode, it's going to be all these notifications. It might be nothing. It might be like 3 texts for all I know. It might be a little more than that. I just hope it wasn't anything too important or anything that was time-based. Yeah, this has been kind of crazy, just not using it all day. I really wish I didn't have to use this. And part of me thinks I'd be fine with like a landline phone and people only being able to call me if I'm home. And if I'm not at home, you know, I would still like to have like maybe my Apple Watch or something that's like, you know, in an emergency situation, I can send out some sort of location thing, SOS, whatever. You know, when it comes to emergency situations, I will never knock the phone, obviously, because it's just the most important part of it. But other than that, I really don't need. Holy shit, we're about a minute away. It's 11:59. Holy shit, just like that, the day just goes by regardless. Right now, I'm so grateful that I have music. I'm realizing if I didn't have music, this day would have been a lot harder. If I didn't have music, I think I'd literally lose my mind. I mean, even the last like hour that I had to kill here, half hour or so, I was playing Guitar Hero. It was just fun. You know, it's fun playing music and fun doing all that stuff. So we're probably at the last bit here. I am going to unlock my phone just to look at the clock. I want to look at the clock. All right, we're at like literally 30 seconds.
And then we are off airplane mode. Wow. What a time this has been today. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about how I feel about my phone, how I feel about devices in general. But wow, this has been a really interesting, eye-opening experience. I think more people should try this, and let me know if you try it and how you feel. We made it to midnight, everybody. Midnight without using my phone, other than to check to see when it turned midnight. Let's take it off airplane mode. Oh, you're not gonna hear him the whole when we take it off silent mode too. It'd be fucking hilarious if no one texted me all day. It's very possible no one texted me all day. There we go. There we go. I guess that's it. All right, I got like 4 texts. That's it. 6 texts. 6 texts. I'm sure there's some stuff on social media, but 6 texts is like nothing. All right, yeah. So see, this is why I was able to do this. I knew no one was gonna fucking need me for anything. I gotta answer these. I gotta answer some of these texts, obviously, and yeah. Try. You know, maybe we all reduce our screen time with everything. You know, I didn't have a problem with limiting my TV time today. I had no problem with limiting it. It was just, and I don't want to cut it off completely because I love these things. I love my screen time. But yeah, I think this is a really interesting experience for sure, and I enjoyed it in a lot of ways. And as much as I was kind of losing my mind figuring out how to kill time or having to like distinguish what I allow myself to do, what I wouldn't allow myself to do. That was the only annoying part of it, I guess, was like, oh, can I do this? Can I do that? But yeah, reduced screen time. I definitely feel I don't want to say better. I feel the same, but it's really made me realize how there's all sorts of other shit I could do to occupy my time. And obviously that was what I figured I would learn from this. This was an interesting experiment nonetheless. I highly recommend trying this on your own.